Minecraft. It's the most sold game on planet Earth, and within the game, the most crafted block is the crafting table. I would know, I mean, after all, I've been playing the game recreationally for about 15 years. And I also just made that last statistic up. But surely it's the most important block, and very few people across all of YouTube have ever tried to make an exact one-to-one replica. And when people do, honestly, it looks really bad. And I say that with peace and love. I mean, I'm just being honest. They are always bad.
Okay, I'm editing this right now, and I just want to say that seemed totally inappropriate to use people's examples and then call them bad. I don't know why I was on that type of timing. You all did great. In the moment, it didn't seem that mean, but watching.
So I pulled in my best friend, who is a full-time Minecraft YouTuber, and alongside myself, a full-time furniture builder, we should be the perfect combo to pull this off. So yes, today, we're gonna build the best one-to-one replica of the crafting table on all of YouTube. And we'll find out, is this build really that difficult? Will we accidentally spawn in Jack Black? And most importantly, how much will it cost? Well, let's find out. Now surely this goes without saying, but step one of any build is to get the materials. So my friends and I took a trip to Home Depot and got 2 sheets of 3/4 inch plywood. Now inherently every piece of plywood is going to be 48 inches by 96 inches. So in store we had each piece custom cut to 1 square meter, which measures to be the exact height of any Minecraft block.
So right now we're looking for like the side parts that connects all the wood.
Yeah, we're looking for brackets. This guy's the Minecraft player.
These guys have played too, so I don't know.
He's won MCC 4 times.
Yeah.
Now for this project, we would go to Home Depot every few days to get materials as we need them. And I figured this entire build would cost 50 to 100 bucks, but this trip alone was $270, and that is just for the wood. But if coping with the price of this build wasn't hard enough, well then imagine trying to fit all of that wood and then 3 adults in my Tesla. Because that was way harder.
So right now the main goal is just to see if this wood is gonna fit in this car at all. There's like a, what do you say?
A 70% chance.
Right there for you.
I'll move this here.
This is a jump of joy, bro. We're jumping for joy.
How's Andrew gonna fit in there?
You can make a little like fort in that corner.
We'll just hide under it.
Yeah. Are you good?
I'm good. Yeah, do it. Close it.
So if you're wondering why that audio sounded so bad and yet we're holding a microphone, I took too long to import it before editing this video. I guess there's a 1 week time limit I have before it just deletes. So I took that 1 week time period and now there's no audio, but we are holding mics. Actually surprised, that mic's not plugged in either. I don't know.
So against all odds, we fit in the car and we safely got to David's house. And once we unloaded all of our wood, it's time to start crafting. Now, of course, the first part of the actual build was to take all of our wood pieces and brad nail it to make a perfect box. And throughout all of my years of woodworking, nobody has ever described to me how hard it is to create a perfect cube. Because it seems like it'd be really easy, no? Well, it's not. I mean, even if we did have all of our pieces cut at Home Depot to be the exact size, I mean, some were just millimeters off of being precise. And that caused us to need to trim every single piece of wood. Honestly, it might have been easier for us to just not cut the wood in store so we could do this ourselves. And I'm not ashamed to admit it, because after 1 full day of trimming these pieces millimeter by millimeter and rotating, well, we finally got all of our wood exact and we built the perfect square cube. And I think this is probably where we all started to see the vision, because once we had the cube, I realized that this could definitely be done. So next up, we coated the entire piece in a dark walnut stain. And after giving that a few hours to dry, we followed that up by attaching wooden planks 2 inches apart from each other on all 4 sides. Now, if you look at a crafting table, I really think the stain that we used underneath it is what gives it a lot of its depth, from the dark wood to the light oak planks. And I'm glad we did this because that looked great. But the stain and planks involved is gonna bump up that price another 200 bucks. So right now I think our overall price is $470, which seems a bit insane for a cube. Wait, did I say 470? Well, psych, I actually meant $670, because this is the part where we ordered some more materials, whether that's our leather hide, some black paint, some more metal L brackets. And while that's all the materials that we're gonna need for the rest of this build, yeah, $670 is the final total. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I was supposed to save that for the end of the video and shock you with it, but that just seems like too much money for the crafting table. Don't tell Caleb Hammer, I'm gonna get financially audited for this. So as any true Minecrafter would know, the crafting table has 1 hide of leather on top underneath the crafting grid. So we intentionally got a leather hide for the top that was gonna be way too big so that we could perfectly cut it down to size and match the game perfectly. And also use Gorilla Glue to secure a leather hide to the top. Then it was time for the metal trim, which is the black edges that you see around every corner of the table. So for this, we just grabbed some metal L brackets and then spray painted them black. And after screwing the metal in place, to be fair, at this point, everything was looking amazing. And here lies a major emphasis on looking, by the way, because this was the moment where I almost lost my left eye. And no, surprisingly, I'm not exaggerating, I was 2 millimeters away from losing my eyeball. I don't even like thinking about that. Imagine I come home to my wife and I tell her that building a Minecraft block in real life is the reason I am permanently blind. And this all happened because at the very start of us building our crafting grid on top of the leather, I was cutting out our final steel beam. And that's when my circular saw got some kickback and a piece of metal came flying directly at my head. And this is easily the scariest woodworking accident and only real massive woodworking accident I have ever had. And surprisingly, this was the first time that I'd ever cut metal. So I probably won't be doing that again anytime soon without safety glasses. Because I genuinely, for a few seconds, thought I went blind. I mean, that piece of metal hit me so hard at what must have been 40 miles an hour that I couldn't see for about 30 seconds. And somehow I doubt anything like that's ever happened to Minecraft Steve. Or Jack Black. Now, over the next few days, we only had a few more steps until honestly the crafting table was fully complete. Understandably, after a short break from building the crafting grid, we got back to it. Yes, I still used the circular saw, but with safety goggles. Then we ordered a leather pressing kit so we could properly attach all of our side straps of leather. Now, all around the sides of the crafting table, you can see Steve hangs his tools. So it's gonna be a mallet, a saw, and scissors or shears. I don't know what the hell those things are. But this is the one time we took creative control over this, and instead of implementing the scissors, we actually put a stone pickaxe. I just think it looks a lot better and it really screams Minecraft. And while we easily could have been done right here, we wanted to spend an entire extra day, which was easily the most boring day of the build, staining dozens of rectangular pixels all around the crafting table to give it a more realistic and in-game pixelated texture. And just like that, after multiple weeks of building, an insanely absurd amount of money, and almost losing one of my eyes, you know, we did it. In the end, I genuinely think that we were able to build the best crafting table on YouTube, and still, no sight of Jack Black, so what was this all for? All right, so as you guys can see, the crafting table is officially done, and honestly, overall, it was a little bit harder than I anticipated. There's way more work that goes into this than you would ever expect.
We thought this was gonna take 2 days and like $100. We were like 5 times off of that.
Yeah, also, so I originally actually built this with a sponsor in mind. This is gonna be a sponsored video here and on Instagram, and last second, just days ago, the sponsor pulled out, and now I am not getting paid the tens of thousands, let's say, that I was originally gonna make. So this was all out of pocket. But yeah, like you said, $600 for a cube out of Minecraft. And now, maybe I was a little harsh on the people earlier in the video who didn't make it look the best. I understand why.
Because now I got like a 200-pound cube in my backyard.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm 5'9", you're like 5'4", right?
I'm like 5'8".
Yeah, and it's exactly 1 meter tall. Steve can do a clear vertical over one block, so that's pretty impressive. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want more content from us, let me know. And if you want us to build another Minecraft block, it probably won't happen, but if this video does really well, I mean, who knows? So thank you so much for watching the entire video. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Check his channel out for more Minecraft content, yo. And with that being said, I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.
This will be where the end part is.
Yeah. Sick.